Hi friends, it's Sarah at Crochet.With.Coffee, and today we are going to be making this blanket. So this blanket is something special because this was made after a sweater that my mom had when I was a kid, and it had these diamonds of all these different colors, and it was so colorful and cute, and I remember it. And I remember my dad would always pick on my mom and say, "You look like one of those licorice candies." So I decided to make this into a candy slash licorice blanket that I wanted to remake that sweater because I had fun memories with that, with the two of them just joking around with each other. So I wanted to make this. It is made up of doubles and triples, and that is how you make the diamond shape. And so the center is all one color, and then I made the border of that diamond with the black. You could do this with whatever color you would like. This is made with Caron Simply Soft yarn. I did 7 different colors. I'll put all the colors in the description so that you can make this if you would like to with these colors, or you can use whatever colors you want. But because it is made with the Caron Simply Soft, it's nice and heavy, it's soft, and it is really warm and cozy. So let's get started on making that. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you follow me for future videos so that you can join me for those. And if you would like to get notifications, just hit that little bell and you'll get notified when I post new videos. So let's get started on the Licorice Candy Blanket.
Hi everyone, it's Sarah at Crochet.With.Coffee, and today we are making this diamond. I am using Caron Simply Soft yarn, and I am also using a 5.5 millimeter hook. And how we're starting is with a magic ring. If you need any help with a magic ring, I do have a tutorial here that you can go visit. I share how to start the magic ring. If you'd like to start with a chain ring, you can do that as well, but I'm going to start with a magic ring. Chain, right? And I'm going to start with 2 chains. So there's 1 chain and 1 more chain. And now I'm going to work a double crochet into this ring. All right, so my chain 2 counts as my first double crochet, and this double crochet is my second. Now I'm going to do a triple crochet. So wrap your yarn around twice. If you need any help with basic stitches, I do have a tutorial here that can help you, or I do have a playlist up here that can help you with all the beginner steps and beginner stitches. All right, so I have 2 loops on my, or wrapped twice around my hook, and I'm going to go into that magic ring again and complete my triple crochet. All right, now I'm going to do a chain 1. This is going to be my tall point. So on this diamond, we're working this point here. All right, so I have a chain 1 and I'm going to work another triple crochet into that ring. All right, and then I'm going to do 2 double crochets. All right, and chain 1. That is going to be our side point. So we've got our top and bottom point, and then we have our side points. All right, and 2 more double crochets in the ring. And I'm going to do a triple crochet again, starting my second tall or my second top and bottom point. All right, chain 1, another triple, 2 double crochets. All right, so now I have all of my sides. We're going to pull that together so you can see the structure of it. And I'm just going to close up this magic ring here. And I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 2, that the first chain 2 that we made. For our second row, we are going to chain 2 again. And I like to do these first 2 chains nice and loose because you are going to be working into the top one every round. All right, so then we are going to do a double crochet in that same space that you just chained from. And then a double crochet into the next double. And then a double crochet into that triple. And then we are going to work our top point, and that is 2 double crochets, 1 triple, chain 1, 1 triple, 2 double crochets. So 2 double crochets, 1 triple, chain 1, so the first half of that top point, another triple, 2 doubles, all right, that completes our top point. So 2 double crochets, a triple, chain 1, triple, 2 double crochets. All right, so then we are going to work a double crochet into the next 3 doubles, or the next 3 stitches. That's a triple, double, and double. So we're going to do 1 double in each of those stitches. All right, and we are going to work our side point. And our side point is just 1 double, 1 chain, 1 double into that space. Double, chain 1, double. And we're just working into those chain spaces for all of our points. All right, and then we're going to work 3 or a double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. All right, we've made it to our, this is the bottom point. So we are going to work our bottom point. So that's the same as the top point that we did. Right? So it's 2 double crochets, 1 triple crochet, it's the first half, chain 1, and 1 triple, 2 doubles. Okay, that completes the bottom point. And then we're going to work a double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. And we're going to work 1 double crochet because this chain 2 counts as the other double crochet for this side point. All right, so chain 1, and we're going to join into the top of that second chain with a slip stitch. All right, and then we're going to chain 2 to start our next row. And we're going to work into that same space we just chained from with a double crochet. And this is the same for every round. All right, and then we're going to work into that next double crochet. All right, so then we are going to work into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. Okay, so then that is our top point. So just so you can see, we have our, this chain 2 is part of our side point. So I'm not going to count that one, but then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I'm going to work my top corner again. So 2 double crochets and a triple, chain 1, triple crochet, 2 doubles, and that's my top point. And then I'm working 7 double crochets across. Seven. All right, got my 7 doubles. I'm going to work my side point, and that is 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. I'm going to work 7 doubles across. Right, and I'm at my bottom point. So I'm going to do my 2 doubles, 1 triple, chain 1, 1 triple, 2 doubles. And that's for every top and bottom point. All right, and then my 7 double crochets. And I'm going to finish this side point with a double crochet. And this chain 2 is the other half of that side point. So I'm going to chain 1 and slip stitch into that second chain. All right. And then I'm just going to do the exact same thing, but like I was saying, we've got our center, and then this row has 3 double crochets between the points, 7 double crochets between the points, 11 double crochets between the points, 15, 19, 23. So it's just the exact same thing. I'm going to work through my 6th row using the same technique, and I will join you when I'm going to add this next color to show you how to do that. I'm at the end of my 6th round, so I have done my chain 1, and I'm going to attach at the top of that chain 2 with a slip stitch like normal. And then I'm going to chain 1 and then cut my yarn. You want to leave a nice long tail so that you can weave in your ends. I'll show you how to do that real quick. I like to do this on the back side of my work. And I'm going to just follow the stitches downward. And you're going to go back and forth at least 3 times. Typically, I do back and forth 3 times, but with the Caron Simply Soft, because it is a slippery yarn, I like to do 4 or 5 passes. So I'm just catching some strands on my way through. And that's weaving it in nicely, so it's not going to come undone. And then at that point, you can cut right up next to your project. Just be careful to only clip that tail. And I'm going to do this one. And then we'll work on the last row with the new color. All right. So then on any side, you can do the one that you just have been working on, or you can work on the other one. It doesn't matter. And I have my border in black, but because black doesn't show up, I'm going to show you with gray. So a slip knot, and I'm going to start with a standing double crochet. If you want to attach this with a slip stitch and then a chain 2, you can do that as well, but I'm going to show you how to do a standing double. So you're just going to wrap your yarn around, hold those loops tight with your finger because they will twist around. Go into your side, chain 1 space, bring up a loop. I'm going to hold this tail with my other hand, wrap around and go through 2 loops, wrap around and go through the other 2. And that is your standing double crochet. And then you're just going to work your sides like you normally would. So that one counts as the first side of your side point, and then you're just going to work your 23 doubles across until you get to your next point, and you're going to work that like normal. And then when you get back around, you're just going to attach to this double crochet just like you did when you attach to the chain 2 space down here. And then you're going to chain 1 like we did with this yellow and finish it off and weave in your ends like that. So it's exactly the same row with this one all the way around. You just have the 23 doubles on this side, but everything else is worked exactly the same and finished the same as you did with the yellow color. And then your diamond will be all done. And out of this skein, I'm just going to wrap up the rest of this, but out of this skein, each skein I got I got 7 diamonds out of each skein of Caron Simply Soft. And then with the black, with the black, I'm using 3 skeins of black for the trim. And I used 7 colors. I used 7 different colors for the diamonds. Got a few of those here for you to see. And then I've got my yellow one. And I have a light pink or like a salmon color. And I also, let's see, what's my other color? I can't remember my other color. Just want to show you what is left of the skein after you make 7. Do you make 7 diamonds? This is the amount of yarn that is left from that skein. So it's a very messy ball. I'm sorry about that. All right, so that is what I have left. And that's so messy. I should have been nicer with that one. All right, so that's what's left after 7 diamonds. And the way that we attach these, I'm going to show you how I am laying them out in just a second. But how they are getting attached is like this. So you will seam up your sides like this. And how I would do it is I would seam up all of your diagonals this way and then keep going that way and then seam them up this way, that direction. So seam everything along this diagonal and then seam it this diagonal. So attaching all of your squares to show you on this little table. And you can choose whatever seaming method that you like. I will probably be doing a whip stitch in the back loop only. I know it's very hard to see on black, but I put the wrong sides together. Just so you can see. So these are the right sides, and that's the wrong side, just so you can see the difference. This has more bumps on the side, I think, on this wrong side. And this has. All right, so then I take the wrong sides together like this, and I am just going to do a whip stitch or a mattress stitch. I'm not sure which one I want to do, and it is black yarn, so it's very hard to see, but you're going to match up your points, and then just in the back loop only, so hard to see, I'm sorry about that, the loops that are touching. And if you need any help with seams and such, since this is black yarn, it's really hard to see. I do have a tutorial here that you can check out for how to seam up your squares and your pieces like this. So I'm going to link that for you so you can access that. I'm going to use the black to seam these together. In the tutorial, I do show you with a contrasting color so you can really see how it all goes together. But I will show a little clip of me seaming them together so that you can watch me do a little bit of that. And I'm going to lay these out. I'm going to show you how to do that too, and what order I put them in. But before we do that, if you have not already subscribed, I'd love to have you just hit that subscribe button. That would help me out so much. And let's get started on laying these out and seaming them together.